You made those kids gay.
Everybody, it's your boy Armand, and we are back with another reaction video. Listen, you guys have been requesting that I get into this thing about Willow Smith coming out as polyamorous and this, that, the third. But listen, I don't know why we're acting so surprised. We know they've been hijacking, what's his name? Not Kanye West. August Alsina from the high ropes in their dungeon apartments, sucking him off every weekend, passing him back and forth to each other. So we know that this is a group of individuals that are with a lot of sanctioned, sanctuary, sacrificial, sexual manifestation, metaphysical insertions. No, I just put a bunch of words together. Okay, anyway. What's going on, everybody? If you're a returning subscriber, you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, well, welcome and hello. All right, so let's get into this reaction and let's get into some things. Now, by the way that Gammy looks, she might be the only normal one out of this whole bunch, because she's always kind of looking like, you know what? Well, shit just don't seem right. You know what I mean? She always, see, even when Jada was giving like, you know, I'm a lesbian and I was into women, and Willow, I could see you being into women too. You know, Gammy is always giving kind of like, well, well, shit, I was with you, but I'm not all the way there. I don't quite feel like that's where we're going. You know what I mean? All right, so she's got that look right here. All right, so let's get into it.
In my friend group, I'm the only polyamorous person, and I have the least sex out of all of my friends.
Willow Smith brought the newest debate to Red Table Talk.
It takes practice to have those difficult conversations.
On Wednesday,
Oh, that's not the only thing it takes practice for. I mean, did you tell that to August?
the multi-generation dynamic got personal once again, this time with Willow's revelation.
You know, not for nothing, I wonder how Jaden feels about all this stuff. You know, this is a odd family, and there's a very sexual energy, and I blame Jada. She's the head, not Will, because I feel like Will was sacrificed and corrupted at one point too. But anyway, let's keep going.
That she's polyamorous.
This has been a journey for you, Miss Willow. How did you make this decision?
It hasn't been too much of a journey, because you ushered her right on into it. Just 2 episodes ago, you told her, yeah, I feel like you could be a lesbian. Now, she polyamorous with 2 niggas? Now, that's some tea. That means she just a freak. So you just want to be double dicked all day long. One in the front, one in the back, one in the throat, and one in the cat. Come on, Willow. I whip my hair back and forth. All right, let's get serious. My God.
Decision.
With polyamory, I feel like the main foundation is the freedom to be able to create a relationship style that works for you, and not just stepping into monogamy because that's what everyone around you says is the right thing to do.
Okay, so I understand that, but I also feel like this is a part of her upbringing. This is a part of her upbringing. This is just a new way. Now, listen, I'm not totally against polyamorous relationships. I'm not here to judge, but I just think it's interesting. I don't know if I could do it, though. But the idea sounds great, but I just don't know.
Year-old singer opened up about her perspective on polyamory relationships, helping her mom and Gammy understand her desire to have multiple intimate partners at the same time.
All I want to know is if it's 2 men or 2 women or a man and a woman. You feel me? Because that's the tea that we need to get into. So hopefully they get into that, because if it's a man and a woman, okay, maybe, you guys can take turns, or maybe you want to eat a little cooch now and you want to suck a little deep then, you know what I mean? But if it's 2 niggas, my God, Willow or some tea.
So somebody just sent me this clip from the Armand Wiggins show. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. And it was about Willow Smith. And I think that Jada already came out, or whatever case be, talking about he was gay or bisexual. So now his sister has come out and said that she is gay or bisexual or whatever. And I was sitting here with my daughter, and I just was thinking about that whole situation. And what's crazy about it is, and you guys let me know if you agree in the comments or not or whatever. Do you think that Will and Jada Smith made their children gay? Now, we already know that Jada, she goes both ways. This has been a known thing. But do you think that Jada and Will made their children gay? Like they fostered an environment, like they put them in the midst of the nonsense. Like I was listening to Armand Wiggins, and even though he was joking about certain things, Can you imagine, like, say I got my little one right here, and can you imagine me taking my daughter around gay people like all the time? Like that was my community. And there's nothing wrong with doing it. I'm just saying, if I do that, like let's just say if I take her around a bunch of criminals, is she likely to become a criminal? If I take her around a bunch of CEOs, hold on. If I take her around a bunch of CEOs, hold on, big head. If I take her around a bunch of CEOs, she ain't gonna let me do it. Hold on. Here. All right, you got the phone. You got the phone. So if I take her around a bunch of CEOs, do you think that she'll become a CEO? And I just believe that, you know, if Will and Jada fostered an environment where it was free love and it doesn't matter who you love, whether it's a man or a female or both at the same time. And I just think that it's interesting that we come to a stage where now Willow is saying that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm bisexual. I like men and women and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, it's interesting how accepting we are of things. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we know, hey, they got the monetary value. They got the status and all that other stuff, whatever. But let me ask you something. If this was your next door neighbor's kids, like, would you have something to say? Would you say, yeah, they made those children gay. They introduced those children to that lifestyle. They influence that lifestyle. Or how many people say, well, this is just a natural thing. Things happen. Hey, if the son and the daughter ended up being gay, it is what it is. Like, how many people look at this and say, no, they fostered that environment and they turned those kids gay? Like, I was having this discussion when I watched the clip, and you know what I'm saying, I had to, you know, talk to a couple friends of mine, you know what I'm saying, one of them happened to be gay or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you set your children in an environment that is tailored and promotes a certain thing, they're probably going to be influenced by it. They're probably going to be influenced by it. Now, putting your kids, let's say all your friends are gay or the majority of your friends are gay, that doesn't necessarily mean that your child is going to be gay. However, there is always the possibility of influence. Well, I like the way this person is, and I like the way that person carries themselves, or I like how exciting this person seems. You know, role models come in all shapes, form, fashions, and genders and sexualities. So I just wanted to ask you guys, do you think that Jada and Will made their children gay? That they put them in an environment, they put them around people, and also them watching their sexual activity. We already heard about August Alsina, how Will was sleeping with them, how Jada was sleeping with them. Do you think that those children were exposed to that? Because we know that August Alsina and Jaden Smith were actually friends. So do you think that they fostered that type of behavior? And are we acceptable of that type of behavior? Do we think that parents should do that? Do we think that parents should introduce their children to sleeping with males and females, or take them and say, okay, well, hey, it's okay? I mean, I know there's a lot of questions in reference to Dwayne Wade's son, you know what I'm saying? And saying that, you know, maybe he's too young to decide, you know, if he wants to be a transgender or not. So this is an interesting conversation. I wanted to see what you guys, you know, I don't want to take too much time for the little one, but I wanted to see what you guys thought in regards to, do you think that Will and Jada Smith fostered an environment for Jaden and Willow to become gay? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Until next time, y'all are dot up. Peace.